Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do two different kinds of polymer clay snakes. The first one is going to be how to make it with just polymer clay. The second one is going to be how I make with polymer clay and paint. So stick around. For the first snake, I'm going to be using a shimmery black and gray for the markings and a pearl color for the body. I don't have a specific amount of clay, and I'm just starting by rolling it out. Then I pick an end to make the tail. And then obviously the other side is going to be the head of the snake. Moving on to the markings, I'm going to start with the top of the head, and that's going to be all black. I'm trying to make sure that both sides are kind of even, and I end up fixing this a little bit later. My silicone tool to flatten out some of the edges, and then also I use my fingers to blend everything together later. It's a good idea to have a reference for anything that you decide to sculpt. I am looking at pictures of snakes on Pinterest, but I am kind of going off of my own interest as well. I think I like doing snakes because there's really no wrong way to put markings on. Here I'm just starting to blend everything out with my fingers. I'm just going to go in with some eyeshadow pigments. I have a black, it's kind of shimmery, and a gray shimmery. This step is optional. I just wanted to kind of blend out the colors a little bit more. The eyeshadow is really messy, and I'm just using a Q-tip with some alcohol on it to wipe away the extra from the bottom of the snake. Now I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife to make the kind of pattern on the snake. Now I'm going to position the snake. There's tons of different ways to do this. For inspiration, you could go to Pinterest or look at real snakes. Now I'm just going to go over and make sure that everything is the way it should be before I bake. For the second snake, I'm going to do the same thing as the first, but instead of using clay for the markings, I'm going to paint them on. So I don't think my camera was recording the first time when I did the eyes for the first snake. So this is how I do the eyes. They're just small beads, and I just poke them right in. For this snake, I'm going to be putting the texture on before I put the markings on. For the paint, I'm just using metallic white and also metallic black. And again, I'm going to be starting with the head of the snake. I ended up not liking the gray color I was getting, so I ended up adding a little bit of brown. Again, I'm going to be positioning the snake. This time I'm going to be a little bit more careful just because of the paint. And now I bake. So these are the finished results. I personally like the painted one better. If you don't have paints or you're not comfortable painting, this is a good alternative. And if you do have paints and you would rather paint, this is a really good way to go too. You get a lot more detail with paint, a lot more precise details. The bad thing is that the paint could rub off. So I recommend sealing with a polymer clay sealer. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and like this video. Write down in the comments which one is your favorite.